What is going on YouTube, and welcome to round 2 of the store championships that happened at Rocky Mountain Collectibles on Saturday the 18th. This will be between myself, I am on the right playing LordKnightmon, versus Todd on the left, who is also playing LordKnightmon. Todd will be going first. His hand, from what I can tell, is not going to be the best because he's already thinking there's no rookie coming out, and goes ahead and just plays TK, puts it to 4. Whiffing the rookie is obviously a little bit rough, but hitting TK does make it so that if I don't have my own TK, then I will be behind, because I can just get choked by Todd, because I won't be able to just go to 3. So I have to try to take advantage of this. I can go straight up to Mega from here pretty freely, but with War Growlmon on there, I don't necessarily want to Digivolve on top of that without Digibursting first. So I hard played the Patamon, putting my opponent to 4, as I don't have any 3 or lower cost rookies in hand or anything like that. So putting my opponent to 4 is kind of like passing, but next turn I can Digivolve on top of that Patamon to cycle. Although Patamon could be a pretty good card to have to drop off of Alert 9 later in the game, I don't really want to hold it in hand, so putting here and giving my opponent 1 more memory isn't that big of a deal, because they did miss the rookie turn 1, so they're not going to develop anything super crazy. They can build up in raising if they want, but just plays Pedo and passes. So I just play my own Pedo Digivolving on top of here. Like I said, I want to cycle this Patamon so I can get as much draw as possible, and then just get my own TK. I want to match that so that way, like I said, I don't want to have the option for my opponent to choke me on memory. And now with TK, I'm guaranteed to be able to go into LordKnightmon next turn. So Digibursting, Pikmon underneath. Pretty much this Pedomon is going to die from Digiburst and Pikmon. Kari comes out, which is a bit annoying because now I can't do the Digiburst, or I can't Digivolve on top and then swing forward because it will end the turn. So I decide to just double Digiburst and cycle and get 2 ultimates on the board so I can threaten. My opponent's going to go to 3 anyway, so I play LordKnightmon. The only way that they can get rid of my LordKnightmon is if they go War Greymon, Digiburst, and then slash on top of that. Which if they do, then that sucks, but I have an ultimate on the board still, and their Mega is going to be locked into Slash, which isn't as good as LordKnightmon, so they'll have to Valder on top of it to have really any hope. But I go ahead and Blinding right here, so that way I don't just die, or Kari doesn't end my turn. Doesn't end up tapping Kari. I actually, if I remember correctly, he taps Kari like once in this match. I was surprised that he never did it on a lot of the swings, but I'm able to play Pulsemon for 2 there since I gain a memory and draw a card. And Digivolve Unimon on top of there instead of the Pedomon, so I can get better memory usage as well as its better protection for my LordKnightmon. My opponent does only have 3 security left, so they are just threatened to potentially lose this turn. Plays the Cutemon, but doesn't have anything to do about it, so just scoops it up there. Goes game 2. We'll be going first. Digivolve Starmons and then passes it to me with the Turi. I'm going to Digivolve the Cutemon on top of there just because Cutemon is basically useless in this matchup. And then I decide to play another one. I could Digivolve a champion on top of there, but playing the Cutemon there makes it so I can double Digivolve champions next turn while also promoting. My hand was pretty filled with rookies, so getting out rookies and being able to cycle them to get better draws is going to have to be my strategy here, because if I just chill with a bunch of champions and rookies in hands, then I'm probably just going to lose this match. Opponent thought he was going to draw, but nothing happened. Digivolve Starmons on top of the Pikmon. And then I just play another Starmons. Like I said, I have a lot of rookies in hand. I'm trying to get them out. I can pop the Cutemon so my opponent can't cycle on top of it. But I'm just trying to find some ultimates. I believe I do have LordKnightmon in hand at this point, but with the hand I'm drawing, I'm just not going to really be able to safely get up there. I have to keep promoting so I can get as much cycling in as I can, get many of these rookies and these champions out of my hand. You see there's another Unimon coming out after the Turimon. My opponent has LordKnightmon, so although I have 4 champions on board, I do kind of feel slightly behind because my opponent can bring out a Knightmon and have a Mega and an Ultimate on board and then Slash on top of that, so a lot can happen. And I just have these champions. I need to find an ultimate to get up to LordKnightmon in pretty much the next 1 to 2 turns, or else I might get too far behind. So my opponent swings into security, plays Pulsemon. I decide not to block because I wanted to potentially hit a Tamer, but even better, my opponent hits Valderarm, and just like that, I am in a commanding lead. LordKnightmon was, like I said, going to be the biggest issue. They missed the Knightmon and played the Pulsemon, and then LordKnightmon died in security. So now I have 4 champions to their 1 champion instead of having my 4 champions to the LordKnightmon. And once again, if I draw an ultimate anytime here soon, I do have the LordKnightmon in hand, and I can just get out here, start popping off. Gonna Blinding Ray, go up to 2, and now has a good opportunity to either Digivolve for 3 or play this Pulsemon to choke me at 1. So again, cycling the rookies and the champions that I do have, but I do hit the Angewomon, so I can give Security Tech -2 to the Pulsemon, but with the Angewomon on board and a Blinding Ray in hand, I pretty much guaranteed I'm going to go into LordKnightmon or really any of my Megas. My opponent can bring out the Angewomon and give my Angewomon Security Tech -1, which will weaken my LordKnightmon a bit, but this does open them up to being really weak to Slash. So I do Blinding Ray here, so that way I can go into Mega without my turn ending. Like I said, I could go into LordKnightmon, but I decided to go into Slash here to pop the Angewomon. I have the Angewomon underneath myself, and I'm at 3 security, so I don't have security check, I can't attack, but I can declare an attack and play the Lucamon. So get an extra 10k body on board, Digivolve, go to War Growl. So now I'm looking really good. I have 2 blockers, I have a Mega that can threaten Valderarm, and I have an ultimate that can Digiburst and then go into Mega, plus a couple rookies to swing checks. So my opponent is not going to be very happy with my board right now because the 2 Pitamons are really only blocking the Pulsemon here. Playing the Kari here, which can be annoying, but since I'm at 2 memory, I can probably play around it and swing into it this turn and not worry about it too much. I do have the Pikmon underneath the War Growl, so I can go ahead and give -4 to the Pito, swing, and then I do just give the minus with the Pulsemon. I don't have to do it with the War Growl. Suspends the blocker now. Swing in for a couple checks here. I decide to stop here and think because I do know that I could potentially go in for game right here, but knowing my opponent, I know that I can't really read his list. He could at any point really have any crazy tech and security that could stop me. So instead, I just play I swing over the blocker, I play the TK, so that way I can guaranteed go into Mega over my War Growl next turn, and I'll promote my Pulsemon, and I pretty much set up for a guaranteed win next turn. And although I could have won this turn, like I said, I wanted to go for the safer play because I know who my opponent is, and I know that at any point I could swing into something crazy. So I'm going to swing. I don't want to Digivolve now because I don't want to end my turn, but I can swing in, I don't hit anything, and I swing in for a game right there, and that is going to be it. I do go ahead and take this match 2-0, so I will advance to the 3rd round undefeated, but good games to my opponent. If you enjoyed, I will have more Store Championships content coming later today, so make sure to subscribe, and I hope you have a great day. Peace out.